My next speaker is already ready. Welcome, James from Pleora Technologies, also from Canada. And James is now talking about how to ensure quality with AI for visual inspections.
So hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. I'm James Falconer. I'm a product manager for Pleora Technologies. We've been working with a number of companies to apply our expertise in sensor interfaces and real-time video for new AI-powered inspection systems. These include edge processing, a no-code algorithm development platform, and a visual inspection system. Today, I'll discuss some of these opportunities for AI as a decision support tool in manual inspection and assembly processes. So we have worked with different manufacturers to learn their specific pain points. During this, we discovered there is a valid requirement and opportunity for new technology and manual inspection processes. I'll talk about some of those pain points and highlight how a distillery and an electronics manufacturer are using our AI tools in their manual processes. But before I get too far, what's the cost of even the smallest defect? It may damage your brand reputation with customers and consumers. It can cost you money with product returns and exchanges, or even worse, a well-publicized recall. When it comes to inspection tasks, humans do a pretty good job. We rely on our senses to detect differences. If something changes, we're adaptable and can make a quick decision on our own. We're also easy to train, and we learn by example. The problem with humans is that we get tired, we get distracted, we get bored, and then we start making mistakes. We know the key advantage with technology. It makes objective decisions faster, consistently, and repetitively. Now with advances in AI, machines can begin to learn and make their own decisions. Despite these machine advantages, there's still a significant requirement for humans within the inspection process itself. An example would be manufacturers specializing in short-run, customized seasonal and regional products. For them, it's often uneconomical to fully automate their inspection processes. So AI-based visual inspection tools can help add decision support for human operators for more reliable, consistent, objective decision-making. Do human operators really need these types of AI support tools? So try and count all the different black dots on this image, and then imagine doing that consistently for 8 hours straight. It isn't that simple, is it? Traditional visual inspection can also, as a result of this, can have error rates as high as 30%. And often what a human inspector identifies as an error is actually a false positive. So adding AI-based automation helps to make human inspection processes consistent, reliable, and also traceable. New visual inspection systems use AI and machine vision to visually highlight product differences and deviations for humans. The system can be deployed across all manufacturing steps with prepackaged inspection apps that are trained on a manufacturer's unique data. One of the biggest challenges for deploying typical AI is time, costs, and the complexity to train different models. And to support that, typically you need, unless you're using anomaly detection, you need numerous images of good and bad products to get started, and also some level of programming expertise. Our system's unique, where you can start inspecting products with just one good image, and then through that, with the interaction with the operator, An AI model is transparently trained in the background, which over time gives enhanced results from the AI and takes some of that decision support into the hands of the machine and helps the operator make more informed decisions. Excuse me. The system also includes automated and customizable reporting tools to help manufacturers gain data on the visual inspection steps. Often, visual inspections is a bit of a data black hole for manufacturers, which makes it difficult to ensure end-to-end quality and time-consuming to resolve issues when errors occur. Let's see if this works. So here.
So where the technology really helped us was taking on the ambiguity out. We were having staff having disagreements about what was acceptable, what was not acceptable, and did those acceptable and unacceptable align with the management. By getting this process down to an objective point where there's no ambiguity to it, it really takes a lot of stress off our workers because they know they can just check it with the machine and does it follow the tolerances or not? Yes, no, and away we go. So it really makes things a lot simpler, a lot more streamlined, and it makes it a lot easier to understand.
So that was the CTO of one of our customers, the dairy distillery, sharing some of his insights on why decision support is so important for him and his employees. So the dairy distillery themselves are a small but growing beverage operation that relies on a mix of automated and manual processes. So due to the cost and complexity involved, full-scale automation is not feasible for them. Like many other manufacturers, they're also dealing with labor shortages and seasonal employee volume changes. So brand is important in the food and beverage market, especially for small batch type places like the dairy distillery. They're a small operation. However, they are in a highly competitive global market. Their brand is based on a unique bottle and an eye-catching label. As you see here, the bottle it's shaped after a traditional milk bottle with 3 visual brand elements. There's the main label, which is here, with the teardrop and the cap sticker as well, which are placed by a machine. And then the third brand element here is the round transparent emblem, which is actually placed by a human as part of the assembly or build process. So over an 8-hour shift, operators apply a variation of labels based on product type, whether that's seasonal or not, and also depending on where the product's being shipped to, because they do distribute globally. So with all that, there's different labeling requirements throughout their day. So there's a lot of room for error. So the best case is the company catches the mistake during packaging, but there are still incurred costs with this, specifically the time to remove and replace all the labels. The worst case is it's not caught until the product hits the store shelves, and that's detrimental to their brand. So to help solve this problem, the distillery is using automated visual inspection and an operator assistance tool during their in-process manufacturing. The inspection app is easily trained to identify the key elements of the product branding. In this case, it's the main product label and the cap label on the bottles. The system has been customized to apply an image overlay on the display that guides the operator as they manually place the emblem label. The system is especially helpful also for new operators as they learn where to place the label for different product lines on the job as they're doing it. For the distillery, the visual inspection system ensures consistency and accuracy for their brand. So here's just a short video clip which shows how the inspection app guides operators through the accurate label placement. So the key advantage for the distillery here is time and stress, or relieving of stress. If an operator or packaging employee suspects there is a labeling error, this often fully stops production as employees gathered to decide if the labeling is within tolerances. So using the apps from the visual inspection system, users can also spot check before final packaging and shipping, and trust the brand is at its best before reaching store shelves. So here's an example of their final inspection prior to packaging. Just a very simple pass-fail, but it's based on the position of the labels, of the human place label and the text down at the bottom on the main label. The second application area is in electronics inspection. So here, Daica is a specialized manufacturer with expertise in smaller volume, customized manufacturing for the networking, aerospace, mission critical, and defense markets. They have a very low failure rate and high quality. But they're using visual inspection with AI for products not well suited for fully automated inspection. The visual inspection system provides their operators with a second set of eyes for the human inspector to help them identify missing and damaged components. Some of the most common issues are missed labeling, component alignment problems, soldering defects, and missing components. These may be issues missed by an automatic optical inspection system, or for the short-run products that they're typically involved with, where it's too time-consuming and expensive to set up and configure an AOI system. The visual inspection system gives them some added guidance and help. And in addition to that, similar to the distillery, the system can also be used to quickly and effectively train new employees on the inspection line so that they can more easily identify between good and bad products. So shown here is a video which kind of highlights that evolution between that machine vision golden reference image compare to actually leveraging AI as part of the visual inspection process. So over time, as the operator initially chooses whether an identified defect is actually a defect or not, those images are saved in a database, and then an AI model is trained in the background. And then as that's starting to be deployed, the human operator still has the opportunity to determine whether or not the AI is properly identifying defects. And if the AI model was wrong, then the model will be retrained based on the new human input. Daica also uses the tracking and reporting apps with an image save function for storing a snapshot of each product and its barcode to their production software database. They're using this primarily for traceability to ensure good products go out the door. And if there is an error in field, they can then more quickly identify the source of a problem. I'll let Steve Vaughn from Dyka explain the value of data reporting and tracking apps for Dyka's operations.
One of the things that we have been most excited about with this is the ease that we can collect archived images of the product and do investigations when there is potentially a field return or an RMA request from a customer. And it's not about who's right or who's wrong. It's about helping with the investigation of what went wrong and when it happened. So by using this product and collecting those images, it's allowing us to go back and help with that investigation. So for instance, we just had a product last week. We built it, we shipped it to a customer. They sent it out to another shop to have some other steps done to it. And there was some damage on the product. And all they had to do was give us the serial number. We were able to pull the image we captured, and we could help them in that investigation. We were able to determine exactly how it looked when it left our building, and that let them then go to the next supplier down the process. So it was really helpful in those types of investigations.
So there's a great deal of complexity around AI, maybe some marketing hype, which can contribute to misconceptions about costs and deployment complexity. At Pleora, we're working to simplify AI for all types of end users and show manufacturers of any size that they can take advantage of new technologies to solve problems while still maintaining their existing processes. As we've been able to work with more manufacturers, we have really focused on the goal of delivering a solution that doesn't require programming or algorithm expertise to help solve manual inspection challenges. With one image, you can get started, and as you use the system, as I've mentioned, the AI model is trained to deliver even better results. So I'll close with one more clip from the distillery, who have been a good reminder for us that the end goal of technology is to help manufacturers ensure quality, lower costs, and ultimately sell more products while maintaining their brand integrity.
We were having machines giving us 50% error rate, which meant we were having to replace those bottles and rework them, which is downtime for us, takes longer to get our production out, and just increases our overall costs. You know, and then there's also the costs associated too with having a product that's not acceptable. If that gets out to the consumer, now it shakes their faith that we know what we're doing and they're going to get a quality product inside the bottle. People judge what's inside by what's outside, even if it's not necessarily.
Okay, so thank you very much for your time. If you do have any questions or would like to see anything about this, we're in Hall 8 at C23. C23, yep. So, thank you.
James from Pleora Technologies for sharing so many application examples, how to use AI for visual inspection. Really impressive. Thank you.
Thank you.
I could allow one question, if there's any. I think you covered it all, okay. James.
All
Thank you again. And yeah, have a nice evening.
Thanks.